Salute him, and then speak together.
In a landscape torn by conflict, a solitary figure rises against an insurmountable adversary. The battlefield echoes with the roars of warriors. The earth trembles beneath the weight of a giant menace. Goliath. Amidst this maelstrom, a mere shepherd boy dares to challenge the odds, armed with nothing more than a sling, his courage, and an unwavering faith. His name, David. This shepherd boy, against all odds, emerges victorious. He would ascend from the humble pastures to the resplendent throne, becoming a beacon of resilience, strategy, and divine guidance. His life, a testament to the power of belief, echoes through the ages, delivering lessons as pertinent today as they were then. In the grand tapestry of life, we too find ourselves in our own battlefields, not of iron and steel, but of commerce and innovation, rivalry and enterprise. The towering Goliath we face? A formidable competitor, casting long shadows over our hard-fought successes. Our weapon of choice? Not a mere sling, but the wisdom we extract from the chronicles of King David. As we stand on the brink of our own battles, we invite you to journey back in time, to delve into the life of the shepherd boy who became a king. Together, we will unearth the pearls of wisdom that will empower you to conquer your business battlefield. For in the face of competition, it is not the mightiest who prevail, but those armed with wisdom and courage. Can the strategies of a bygone era indeed illuminate the path to triumph in the modern marketplace? Join us as we unveil the secrets embedded in the life of King David to forge the blueprint of your own victory. In the sprawling green hills of Bethlehem, young David stood guard over his flock. The wind rustling through the fields, the tranquil bleating of sheep, and the piercing gaze of a shepherd ever alert. Amidst the seeming serenity, danger lurked. Predators, lions and bears, prowled in the shadows. Yet the humble shepherd boy was not daunted. He had honed his skills, his agility with the sling, his courage steeled against fear. He had mastered his craft. When a lion or a bear came and carried off a sheep from the flock, David would confront them, showcasing his expertise and bravery. He didn't win by mere chance, but by a deep understanding of his terrain, his weapon, and his adversary. Now, let's transpose this tableau onto the canvas of your business battlefield. Your product or service is your flock, your competition, the lurking predators. To protect and grow your market share, you must, like David, master your craft. Know your product inside out, its strengths, its weaknesses. Nurture it, refine it, and when competition rears its head, stand firm with the confidence of a shepherd who has tamed both lions and bears. In the world of business, expertise is your weapon, mastery, your shield. So, ask yourself, have you truly mastered your craft? Are you ready to confront the Goliaths of your industry? Remember, the victory of David started in the quiet pastures, long before the battlefield. It started with mastery. Your journey too begins here. Imagine the battlefield. The air, thick with tension, carries the giant's taunts, echoing, amplifying the fear that has gripped the Israelites. Amidst this, steps forth David, a mere shepherd, with no weapon but a sling, no armor but his faith. Yet, in his eyes, there's a fire, a confidence that sets him apart. He boldly declares, "Let no one lose heart on account of this Philistine. Your servant will go and fight him." David's secret weapon was his unshakable confidence. Not a reckless bravado, but a deep-seated faith in his abilities and in God's favor. He stood before Goliath, not as a boy against a warrior, but as a faithful servant under divine protection. Now transpose this scenario to your business landscape. Amidst the onslaught of competition, do you let fear take hold, or do you step forth with confidence? Trust in your product, trust in your abilities, and most importantly, trust in God's favor. Your confidence will resonate with your customers, becoming a magnet that draws them back to you. But how do you cultivate this confidence? How do you let it shine through your business? Our journey is far from over, and the answers await us in the conclusion of this journey. As we delve deeper into the next strategies, let's carry with us the image of David, standing tall, sling in hand, confidence ablaze. Just as he faced his Goliath, so too can you face and overcome your competition. Stay with me, and let's explore further how to infuse your business with the power of confidence. Picture the scene. David, the fugitive, finds his relentless pursuer, King Saul, vulnerable and within his grasp. His companion urges him to strike, to end his plight once and for all. But David refrains. He says, "Do not destroy him, for who can stretch out his hand against the Lord's anointed and be guiltless?" David was playing the long game, his sights set not on the immediate triumph, but on the ultimate victory. Now, transpose this to your business landscape. When competition threatens to steal your customers, the temptation to retaliate, to undercut them unethically can be strong. But remember David. Remember his refusal to compromise his values even when faced with an easy victory. In the marketplace, your integrity is your true armor. It may seem like a slow path, but it leads to lasting success. In the heat of competition, don't lose sight of your values. Plan for the long term, build relationships with your customers based on trust, and your business will stand strong, just as David did. But what is the next step? How do you build these relationships? How do you sustain your business in the face of relentless competition? The answers are coming. Let's journey on to our next strategy, and let's do it with David's wisdom in our hearts and his example before our eyes. The next strategy may just hold the key to your success. Stay with me as we delve deeper into the strategies of King David to outshine your competitors. Can you hear it? The heartening melody of friendship strumming between two souls in the book of 1 Samuel, verses 18-4. It is the story of David and Jonathan. Their bond was more than a mere friendship. It was a strategic alliance that served them both in times of turmoil and joy. Jonathan, son of Saul and heir to the throne, recognized David's potential. He saw a kindred spirit, a brave heart. In a symbolic gesture of his loyalty and friendship, Jonathan made a covenant with David, and even gave him his robe, his armor, signs of royalty and protection. What does this mean for you, the modern entrepreneur? It signifies the power of strategic alliances. Just as Jonathan's alliance benefited David, strategic partnerships in business can help you gain a competitive advantage. By aligning with others, you can pool resources, share risks, and enhance your offerings. Is there a Jonathan in your industry? A potential partner who could help you regain your market share? Seek them out, form alliances, and together, you can face your Goliaths. As the sun sets and the shadow of night descends, we find King David in the midst of a complex dance, not of swords and shields, but of wisdom and learning, as depicted in the book of 1 Samuel, verses 18-15. Even as Saul's jealousy grew, David flourished. In everything he did, he had great success, because the Lord was with him. When Saul saw how successful he was afraid of him. Now picture this: David, anointed as the future king, yet serving under Saul, the reigning king. He was in a unique position to observe and learn. Saul's strengths, his weaknesses, his mistakes, they were all lessons for David, valuable insights that shaped his own reign later. Imagine your competitor as Saul. What can you learn from them? Are they excelling in areas where your business needs improvement? Are they making mistakes you can avoid? By studying your competition, you can identify opportunities to refine your own strategies, to transform their strengths into your strengths, their weaknesses into your opportunities. So, take a leaf out of King David's book. Don't just compete, learn. Learn from your Saul, and let this knowledge guide you on your path to entrepreneurial victory. But don't rest on your laurels just yet. We're only halfway through our journey. The road ahead is filled with more strategic wisdom, lessons that will shape your entrepreneurial journey. Are you ready to delve deeper into the life of King David? If so, brace yourself, as we venture into the next strategy. The game of competition is far from over. We find ourselves in the pages of 2 Samuel, verses 15-22. David, now a king, is betrayed by his own son, Absalom. His kingdom is in peril, his throne threatened. Yet, amidst the chaos, we see a striking display of loyalty. David's followers, his warriors, choose to stand by him in his darkest hour. All his men marched past him, along with all the Kerethites and Pelethites, and all the 600 Gittites who had accompanied him from Gath marched before the king. In the turbulence of competition, loyalty is your anchor. Just as David's followers stood by him, your customers can stand by you. But this loyalty is not given freely. It is earned through the consistent quality of your product, through the authenticity of your engagement, through the empathy of your customer service. Remember, in the face of competition, it's not always about attracting new customers. Sometimes, it's about nurturing the ones you already have. Make them feel valued. Make them feel special. Inspire their loyalty, and they will become your brand ambassadors, your warriors in the marketplace. It's more expensive to acquire a new customer than to retain the one you actually have. The best and strongest marketing strategy that exists, and one of the oldest, is the marketing of word of mouth. Bet on that too.
My master wishes to see Achish, Lord of the Philistines.
He is Israelite,
He is mad.
therefore Israelite.
Let us turn our gaze now to the pages of 1 Samuel, verses 21 to 13. Here we find David in enemy territory, in the land of the Philistines, the home of Goliath. To survive, David changes his behavior, adapting to his circumstances. He pretends to be mad, scribbling on the doors of the gate and letting his saliva run down his beard. And in doing so, he survives. Great David. In the battlefield of business, change is the only constant. Market trends shift, consumer preferences evolve, new competitors emerge. As entrepreneurs, we must be like David, willing and ready to adapt to these changes. Be flexible in your strategies, be innovative in your solutions. If the market shifts, shift with it. If a new trend emerges, embrace it. It is not the strongest of species that survive, nor the most intelligent, but the ones most responsive to change. But not all innovation represents an improvement. It's wise to avoid the pitfall of constant innovation. However, if an innovation is imposed upon you, adapt to it as King David did, but always in your own way. As we journey further into King David's playbook, we see that his strategies for success extend beyond mere survival. They offer us a path to thriving, to prospering in the face of competition. So, let us venture forth, for our next strategy awaits. Another lesson in resilience, in adaptability, in the art of winning. Stay with me. Now, we venture into the Psalms, specifically Psalm 18, a song of victory, a testament to resilience. Penned by David himself, it paints a vivid portrait of a man who faced adversity, who weathered the storm, and emerged victorious. David calls to God, his rock, his fortress, his deliverer. Through all the trials, all the tribulations, David's spirit never wavers. He remains steadfast, resilient. Entrepreneurs, in the face of competition, in the face of adversity, we must embody this spirit of resilience. There will be challenges, there will be setbacks, but we must not let them deter us, not let them diminish our resolve. David did not merely survive his adversities. He grew from them, he thrived. And so must we. In the face of competition, let us not back down. Let us rise, let us endure, let us conquer. For resilience is not merely about weathering the storm, it's about learning to dance in the rain. As we stand on the precipice of our final strategy, let us carry this spirit of resilience with us. For it is not merely a tool for survival, but a lamp that illuminates our path to victory. So, journey with me as we uncover our final strategy, a compass for any entrepreneur navigating the tumultuous seas of competition. Stay tuned. In the heart of the Psalms, we find a treasure trove of wisdom. In Psalm 119 verses 98 to 100, David declares, "Your commands are always with me and make me wiser than my enemies. I have more insight than all my teachers, for I meditate on your statutes." David, a king, a warrior, a shepherd, always sought wisdom. In the face of competition, amidst the clamor and clang of warfare, he found solace, guidance, wisdom in God's words. He didn't rely on his might, his skills alone. No, he turned to wisdom. He turned to God. In the throes of competition, entrepreneurs, we must seek wisdom. Whether it comes from advisors, from mentors, from the divine words of Scripture, wisdom is our compass. It guides us. It enlightens us. It steers us away from the rocks of failure and navigates us towards the shores of success. So, as we stand at the end of this journey, remember David. Remember his stamina, his resilience, his wisdom. For his battles are not so different from ours. His strategies, rooted in faith, forged in adversity, can guide us in our entrepreneurial journey. As we step off the battlefield, the echoes of David's triumph still ringing in our ears, we find ourselves filled with a newfound sense of purpose. We've walked alongside David. We've seen how he faced competition, how he conquered his Goliaths. We've gleaned strategies, insights, wisdom from his journey. But remember, wisdom is not a destination, it's a journey of constant learning, of constant growth. And like a shepherd boy who became a king, we too must continue to grow, to evolve, to learn. How do you cultivate confidence? How do you make it the shining beacon of your business? It starts with belief in your product, in your service, in the value you're offering. But it doesn't end there. Confidence, like a seed, must be nurtured. Water it with knowledge, with mastery of your craft. Let it bask in the sunlight of honesty, integrity, and watch as it grows, as it transforms your business, making it a beacon for your customers, drawing them back to you, time and again. But our journey doesn't end here. In our previous exploration, we dived into the wisdom of another biblical figure, Job, and uncovered 10 powerful business strategies from the book of Job. I invite you to continue this journey with us, to further complement the wisdom we've gathered today. So, before we part ways, I want to leave you with a question. Which of David's strategies resonated the most with you? How do you plan to implement it in your own battle against competition? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your insights could be the slingstone that helps another entrepreneur face their Goliath. And remember, the path to wisdom is a journey we're taking together. So, join us. Subscribe to the Godly Grind channel, and together, let's transform our businesses. Let's conquer our Goliaths. Remember, wisdom calls. Will you answer?